The BBC did a little investigation to see what type of products the Taliban like to purchase from their local stores. And they specifically looked at a former store owner in Pakistan, and his name is Rasheed Rehman. And he said that there were very specific items that members of the Taliban like to purchase. They used to prefer foreign or branded perfume and imported body sprays. They liked the ones with a strong scent. He also said they didn't like Pakistani products. So exactly what do the Taliban like to buy? Well, they were specific. They liked Dove soap because, come on, it's got that lotion in there, so it keeps you nice and soft. Head and Shoulders shampoo, got to take care of the dandruff. White underwear, and also perfume. And the specific perfumes that they would like to buy included Secret Love and Blue Lady by Rasasi.
Ooh. Well, for the Taliban, it probably does have to be Secret Love. So that much is true. So this is hilarious. First of all, the briefs, the white briefs, also came in Y fronts. That was very popular. So these are basically tidy whities because they got to run around a lot.
Right, you got to keep it secure.
Yeah, and North Waziristan is a large territory. You know, they got a lot of ground to cover, and they got to get their products to their Secret Love, their Blue Lady.
Yeah.
So they got to go. Okay.
Yeah.
And so, an interesting part of the story that just beyond being funny is that they had the most money. So there's these shopkeepers who are now so bitter because they had to run. Let's keep it real. They had to run from the Taliban. Now, in the beginning, it was great because the Taliban were the richest and they were, again, making so much money off of them. But the bombardment got so bad that they had to go to a new area. The guy that Anna quoted there said, "I'm sorry my clothes smell. I used to live like a prince in Miranshah."
Yeah.
And I was like, really? Anybody lives like a prince in Miranshah? And Miranshah is the administrative capital of North Waziristan.
That sounds great.
Okay,
Some
well,
luxury stuff right there. But he would make a lot of money. He would make from 100,000 to 150,000 rupees a day.
Yeah, and now look, that could seem like, okay, I don't know how much is a rupee, but I'll give you context. So Taliban members, other shopkeepers were saying, would routinely spend 2,000 to 3,000 rupees at a time, which is the equivalent of what is basically a 2-week salary for a person in that area. Okay, so now if combined, they're making 100 to 115,000 rupees a day of selling that Dove and the Head and Shoulders, et cetera, to the Taliban guys who are pulling up in basically the equivalent of limos.
Yeah.
They're saying tinted windows, white cars. Yeah. They're pimping up in North Waziristan, right? Of course, they had a good man. I guess he was living like a prince. Now that poor guy, that shopkeeper, now is in a different area digging ditches.
Yeah,
and he's so mad.
Look, I mean, I would probably be upset as well, but the point I want to make about this story is how interesting it is that the Taliban wants to reject Western culture and all things American because it's so evil, yet they love the Western products, right? They don't want to buy the Pakistani products, they want to buy the Western products. Why is that?
Of course. So, look, we lived this through Vietnam. We bombed them with all of our weapons, and it didn't make a damn bit of difference. We bombed them with Levi's and quarter pounder and cheese, and they loved it. Now, the Taliban is the same thing as Vietnam, man. Like, we can bomb them to smithereens, and it ain't gonna make any bit of difference, right? And ironically, it makes them richer, okay? Because then they gain strength, and with that strength, they usually set up basically what's the equivalent of a crime syndicate. They do extortion, etc. This happens in Iraq as well as northern Pakistan and Afghanistan. So now that they have all that money, they're like, what do I want? I want the American goodies. God damn America, they aren't sending enough Head and Shoulders, right? So I got a different idea. Bombard them with American products. I mean, the reality is education. That's the most important thing if we're gonna be serious. But in a half-serious point, you know what I think. Bomb them with porn.
Oh, bomb them with porn.
Oh, these Taliban guys. You know what you could charge them in those markets for the porn?
You don't think
I mean, those rupees will fly off the shelf.
You don't think that they're finding ways to consume porn now?
My guess is they probably have plenty of stuff on their computer. That's probably the best way in the world to track them.
Yeah.
My favorite point about Taliban hypocrisy was when the Taliban leaders had to write a memo to the fighters to stop having sex with the underage boys.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're doing dirty. It's not always secret blue ladies that they're looking for.